Hi there. Welcome to this week's episode of the podcast with me, Russell Davis. This week we look at the subject of playing more full out in life, being more visible, showing up more fully. In my experience, when we try and keep too comfortable, keep familiar, keep safe, it generally leads to dissatisfaction. So what is it we can do to let go of that? To play more full out in life? To create a life more of passion and purpose and fulfillment, and ultimately a life of less regrets? Well, let's dive in and find out. I named one of my coaching programs with my own coach at the time Beyond the Edge, because I really felt I was living in this safe space, a bubble that felt safe and secure, a comfort zone. But I also sensed that to grow personally and professionally and create more the life I wanted, I needed to step out of that comfort zone. I needed to step out of the place that felt familiar. It felt familiar, but it also created a sense of frustration. It created a sense of, dissatisfaction in life. It's like when I was working in corporates, it was very good in so many ways, but there's a level of dissatisfaction. But it was familiar, it was what I knew. I had no idea what I wanted to do beyond that. But that was again a journey beyond the edge. To trust my soul that was calling me to leave there, to walk away from that, to find something that's more me. That felt scary. That was coming out of my comfort zone. That was letting go of my security. Letting go of the role that gave me a sense of identity. Stripping that away. Stepping into the void, the unknown. And sometimes that comfort zone means we play small. It stops us really kind of being visible. It stops us showing up in a bigger way. And it feels safe maybe to play small. To not speak up, perhaps in times we think we could have done. To not maybe do public speaking. Not want the attention on us in some way. There's all sorts of ways we play small. To stay safe. To feel comfortable, to stay in our comfort zone. But it's that very thinking that tries to keep us feeling safe and comfortable that also leads to a longer term sense of dissatisfaction in life or frustration in life, a lack of fulfillment. Because we're not honouring our true self, our heart, our soul. We're being led by fear, learned thinking over the years that keeps us playing small, that's addicted to comfort and familiarity. But our heart looks forward into the unknown. Toddlers crawl around this world of the unknown from a place of okayness, connected to their true self that knows they're okay. So it brings curiosity, possibility. So my program of Beyond the Edge was looking to step beyond the edge with a feeling of curiosity and possibility rather than fear. To have the courage to step outside of my comfort zone, to speak my truth more, to be bold in my being, to play full out, to not have any regrets. And it means opening our heart to life more, rather than protecting our heart. It does mean being vulnerable, being open to judgments. Knowing that other people's judgments, that's just their opinion. It's not fact. We have our own compass, whether we're aligned or not. To let go of self-judgment, habitual thinking that has kept me playing small, seeing more for what it is. We can't switch it off. We can't choose what we think. We can't control our thinking. We can't control our state of mind. It's about seeing it for what it is, my habitual self-judgment that kept me playing small. Seeing it for what it is. having courage to act despite that, to make the choices that honour my soul. And maybe me speaking my truth more, reaching out to people and saying what I want to say, not holding back and scared what they may think of me. It's about being committed to myself in that way, sharing who I am and what I want to bring into the world, what I want to say in a given moment as a commitment to myself, in love of myself and service of others, in loving service of others. And when we're aligned to our true self, have a quiet mind and trust that little voice within, it's a place of love for ourselves and love for others. We can honour that truth in service of others. I think the more we can be ourselves in any given moment, speak our truth in a meeting, say what we want to say to a friend, without fear. For me, that's true freedom. True freedom in life is just to be ourselves, to express ourselves freely, to share how we feel freely, express ourselves. For me, that brings true freedom. It brings true freedom. To honour our truth, to live a life true to our soul, rather than being who we think we should be. And sometimes that means being more visible, being more exposed, having the attention on us. And that's okay. That's okay. And it was us to make a bigger difference in this world, to leave this world a better place in some way, to make a bigger impact at work. I remember I used to work for, some may call them a bully. She was a very strong character. And they went on holiday for an extended period of time. And while they were away, I could feel more freedom to make a difference, to make decisions, and not to run them past them. I had more freedom to take actions I thought were the most important things to do. I started making changes that I thought were the right things to do, and it started making a positive difference. I felt more empowered, more inspired, more fulfilled. And when they came back, I held my ground. When they wanted to challenge some of the things I was doing or why I was doing it, I wanted to get more heavily involved, micromanaging, I pushed back. I was bolder, honouring my truth, saying, no, I've got this. It's been running well up to now. It will continue to run. You don't need to be involved. Empower me. Trust me. And they did. It was a massive shift in how I showed up and my level of fulfillment in work. So I realised it was my fear that stopped me doing it before. It wasn't their behaviour. Some people could judge them as controlling. No, it was my fear of not pushing back and speaking my truth. My people pleasing. Don't rock the boat. Be who I think the person in front of me thinks they want me to be, rather than being lied to my truth. Some ideas, my opinions, giving them voice, being seen. Yeah, being open to judgment. Being visible means being open to judgment. Knowing that's okay, that's just their opinion. That's just their opinion. It's not fact, not truth. It's just their thinking. It's their thinking. We're okay whether someone judges us or not. And when we judge others, I had a real insight once that I could be quite judgmental. And it's quite humbling because I always tried to be a really good person. But I help my clients see when they're judging others, when you're judging others, it's actually a judgment of yourself. And if you're sensitive to other people judging you, it only impacts you if part of you thinks it's true. So it's all about our relation with ourselves. It's about letting go of the judgments of ourselves. When we let go of the judgments of ourselves, we become more immune to other people's judgment of us. We judge other people less. So judgment is rooted in a judgment of ourselves. The more we have kindness and compassion, understanding of ourselves, we're more immune to other people's judgment. We can speak our truth without fear what other people think. And if someone judges us in some way, we can just hold it lightly. No, it's their stuff. If there's some truth maybe worth us hearing, we can understand, okay, maybe I need to hear that. I once did a LinkedIn post, and someone reached out, private messaged me, and basically tore it to shreds. And in the past, that would have really kept me up for days, just wrestling with that. Thinking someone thinks what I said is a load of rubbish. They're more professional, they've got the better qualifications than me, and I'm just, what do I know? And it did trigger me for a couple of hours, but I reread it, and I looked at it and thought, well, 30% of what they're saying, they've misunderstood what I'm saying. 30%, or a third of it, yeah, I could hear maybe, actually, do you know what? That's quite useful. Never thought of it that way. It was quite helpful. And a third of it was thinking, it's just their stuff. They've got a chip on their shoulder. So I could really see in a different way when I feel more calm and grounded, knowing that I'm okay whatever happens. I'm okay whatever happens. So letting go of that fear of judgment allows us to be more visible, to play a bigger game, to be more fulfilled in life. To be more fulfilled. So being visible, stepping into the unknown, playing full out, not caring what other people think, speaking our truth, for me all those things allow us to turn the contrast up on life, to feel more fulfilled, to feel less dissatisfied, without not being scared of being seen, having the courage to speak our truth, honour our truth, and perhaps being visible in ways where in the past we've been hiding. So I'm curious, where are you perhaps hiding? Where are you scared of showing up more fully? Where are you keeping yourself small? What are the stories going through your mind that keep you playing small and stop you honouring your truth, being free to be you, to bring more freedom, fulfillment and purpose in your life? Loving you.